Darren, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. If you can, I'd really appreciate if you could make it home early. Can I ask you not to go out drinking with your friends for just one night?
What? Why? Is it so important that we can't do it over message?
I'd prefer if we could talk in person.
Unlike you, I'm busy and have things to do, Polly. You might be a stay-at-home housewife with nothing but free time on your hands, but I ain't. Me and you are not the same.
Nothing but free time? Jeez, Darren, on what planet? I have to take care of Lila and the house, you know. She was only born a month ago. My hands are pretty much full all the time with keeping on top of feeding and changing her. Not to mention the crying in the night.
I don't want to hear your sob story. At least you're in the house all day. Sure, I guess you can be a pain in the butt, but at least you don't have to drag yourself out to the office every day like me. Would it really kill you to let me use my free time after work how I want to?
I get that work has to be your main priority, but you haven't even lifted a finger to help with her ever since she was born, Darren.
I'm busy.
Busy out drinking with your friends?
My relationships with my coworkers are important. You might not realize it, but going out for drinks with the boys after work is just as much a part of my job as crunching numbers and making spreadsheets at the office. What am I saying? You wouldn't get it. You're a woman. Well, what did you want to talk about? I ain't got all day. I'm on my break right now, so I can spare some time out while eating my lunch. Go on, let's hear it. Chop chop.
It's about us. Darren, what happened to you? It's like your attitude completely changed as soon as Lila was born. I feel like I barely recognize you anymore.
Is it any wonder when you're constantly barking orders at me? Do this, do that. I'm tired from work, damn it. You think you're something special just because you happen to pop a baby out? Do you? Huh? Anyway, you said you'd give me a boy. But you couldn't even do that right, could you?
I could hardly manipulate the gender of our baby at will. Even doctors get it wrong sometimes.
My parents were over the moon when I said it was going to be a boy. You let me get their hopes up for nothing. I decided on a name, even bought a bunch of clothes and action men figures, fire trucks, and a replica AR-15. You betrayed everyone's expectations.
What exactly am I supposed to say to that? I feel like you're throwing crap at me about stuff I have absolutely no control over. Besides, I don't see how this justifies not doing anything to help out with Lila or the housework. She is still your daughter.
You might think I'm being harsh, but is it any wonder I'm mad? You felt in your duty to me as my wife. What am I supposed to do? Celebrate? That would be bad enough on its own, but your failures just keep mounting up by the day. Do you really think it's acceptable for me to come home to a dirty living room like I have been doing this past month? The bedroom's a pigsty too. You haven't even been cooking my dinner, damn it. Just what is it that you do around the house when I'm not here?
Lila's a baby, Darren. She's a full-time job in the most literal way possible. I have to be there for her 24 hours a day. I know it's frustrating, but that means there are some things I can't devote my full attention to.
Drop the bullshit, Polly. You were asleep when I came home last night.
That's because I'm severely sleep-deprived.
How can you be sleep-deprived when you spend all your time lounging around at home? All my coworkers' wives have their home situations under control. Take Jeff, for example. He comes home to a steaming hot dinner, a foot massage, and a peacefully sleeping son. Why can't you be more like this woman? I find it hard to believe you take your responsibilities seriously when I see the state of the house.
If the house being untidy upsets you that much, how about you watch Lila for me every now and then so I can break away for long enough to clean it up? Maybe you'll understand how hard things are for me then.
Jesus, woman. You can actually be telling me to look after Lila when I'm working full-time. Just how much of an idiot do you take me for?
I don't take you for an idiot at all. I just want you to understand it's not easy keeping on top of cleaning an entire house while raising a newborn baby girl all on your own. I haven't had a proper night's sleep since I gave birth to her a month ago. To tell you the truth, I am really struggling.
What's your point?
If you have time to be going out drinking with your buddies after work, Would it really hurt to watch Lila for me every now and then? My parents aren't around anymore, and all of my relatives live too far away to help out. But more than anything, I wish you'd start playing an active role in our daughter's life.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. That's your job as her mom. My job? To put food on the table and keep a roof over your heads. I'm fulfilling my side of the bargain. When are you gonna start upholding yours? It's your job to make sure everything runs smoothly at home. If you can't keep the house tidy despite being in it 24/7, you're obviously screwing up somewhere. Like hell am I gonna pick up the slack for your laziness?
She's our daughter, Darren. We're supposed to be raising her as a team, but I feel like I do everything on my own.
Jesus, woman, have you heard yourself? That only applies if you're keeping on top of your responsibilities. You're just trying to palm your jobs off onto me. I can read you like a book. I'm crazy sleep deprived because she wakes me up crying at 3 a.m. every night, and you have the nerve to ask me to babysit? If you really care about me in this marriage, you'll take her outside next time she cries like that.
You want me to take our baby daughter outside at 3 a.m. in the morning?
I can't sleep if she does it in the house. God damn it, Polly. You ruined my lunch with your bullshit. I was enjoying my burrito until you started bugging me. Are we done now?
We haven't made an inch of progress.
I have nothing more to say to you. Don't forget I paid for you to exist. It's about time you started showing the proper respect by keeping your mouth shut and doing what I goddamn well say. A jobless, leeching, stay-at-home housewife like you doesn't have any human rights. Polly, I'm coming home now.
Huh? You mean you're coming straight home from the office today?
Yup. You better make sure my dinner's ready on the table when I get home, or there's gonna be hell to pay. I want it steaming hot and delicious. I'm in a burgers and fries mood.
Whoa there, can you hold on for just a second? I can make you hamburgers and fries, but I can't do it on such short notice. I'm putting Lila to sleep right now, so it's gonna take me a little while. Would you mind waiting? She should be asleep soon.
God freaking damn it, woman! I finally come home early like you've been nagging at me to, and this is how you act?
Is there really any need to speak to me like that? You're late so much these days that I've come to expect it. You can hardly be surprised when I'm not ready for you to come home on time.
You're the one who won't shut up about me getting home early.
Couldn't you have told me any earlier? I could have had your supper ready then.
Why do you need to know in advance when you're at home 24/7? Oh, and you should know that I messed up big time at work because of you and Lila.
How is that our fault?
Because I'm majorly sleep deprived from her constant crying in the night, and I'm majorly stressed out from the shithole of a house I have to come back to every day. I'm only human. I have my limits like everyone else. Nothing has been going well at the office lately because of you. Your boss has been giving me a hard time because of all the careless mistakes I make. I'm not gonna lie, he's starting to piss me off. Your slovenly, nonchalant attitude is having a domino effect. Not only are you screwing my life up, but now you're messing with my work life too. Are you gonna take responsibility or not?
I am not accepting blame for your mistakes at work. Blaming me and your newborn daughter for that is downright unfair.
That's unfair? No, woman. What's unfair is you slacking so hard in your duties as my wife that I go to work feeling so stressed out that I can't even do my job properly. It's a stay-at-home housewife's job to be there to support, uplift her man. But all you do is bring me down. You ain't no housewife. You're a goddamn agent of chaos obsessed with sabotaging me.
I'm taking care of Lila all on my own, Darren. You literally never lift a finger for her. Hell, I don't even think I've seen you hold her yet. I don't need to be preached to about slacking on my duties from you. Your mistakes at work are just that. Your mistakes. They have nothing to do with us.
Say what now?
If you think the house is untidy, you're always welcome to help me clean it up. As for the crying at night, there is nothing I can do about it beyond settling her down and getting her back off to sleep when she does it. She's a baby. That's what they do. I understand how frustrating it is to get woken up and have your sleep messed with all the time. But no amount of blaming or complaining is going to change it.
Tell me, Polly, just who the hell do you think you are? How dare you define me, the breadwinner and man of the house?
I'm not defying you at all. I'm just trying to make you understand the reality of how things are. Why won't you try to understand what I'm saying?
Forget it. I'm eating out tonight.
I see. Fine. Sorry I couldn't have your hamburgers and fries ready.
Don't apologize if you don't really mean it. God, I get pissed off just thinking about you.
Darren, you can't be serious. This is downright horrible. Are you trying to force me and Lila to live in the cupboard? You locked us in from the outside, didn't you? You're disgusting.
What choice did I have when she's been throwing a screaming fit since 2 a.m.? I barely got a wink of sleep last night because of you two. You can both sit quietly in the cupboard and have a long, hard think about your behavior.
She's a baby. They cry. It's what they do. I had her sleep downstairs with me to try and stop her from bothering you as much as possible. Can't you see I'm trying here?
You think I can't hear her crying down there from the upstairs bedroom? Get real, Polly. It makes barely any difference. The house is small and the walls are thin. I told you to take her outside the next time she had one of her tantrums, but you didn't listen. Well, you know what? I'm done playing Mr. Nice Guy. Now it's time for you to pay.
I'll never forget this. I can't believe you locked us both in the cupboard under the stairs. Let us out now!
Do you think whining at me like this is gonna make me want to let you out? You two are the ones in the wrong here. I wouldn't have to lock you in the cupboard if you weren't so intent on defying me at every opportunity. If you want someone to be mad at yourself. You only have yourself to blame for this. I'm getting ready for work and I'm leaving.
Seriously? So when do you plan on letting us out?
Isn't that the question? Simple. When you apologize for defying me.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? You got some nerve. The only one with something wrong with them here is you. You're gonna be stuck in that cupboard until you realize that. You think you get to slack off and do sweet FA all day, every day, just because you gave birth to our daughter? You're intentionally negligent with the cooking, and you barely spend any time cleaning the house. I might be able to let that slide if you at least kept the brat under control, but no, you can't even do that. You're the most useless wife and mom there ever was. You want to try walking a mile in my shoes by going out to work every day? You wouldn't last 5 minutes.
Stop preaching at me and let us out of the cupboard.
I already told you, the only way you're getting out of there is by having a long, hard think about your behavior and apologizing to me for being so disrespectful. If I get home and find out you've escaped, or have even been trying to escape, we're getting a divorce. Don't forget your parents are dead. You're not in contact with any of your relatives. You should think very carefully about your next move because you'd be in for a world of trouble if I walked away from you.
That's where you're wrong. I have my Uncle Ian.
Ian? Isn't he your dead dad's brother? I thought he lived abroad. He's hardly in any position to help you when he lives in another continent. Just quit your whining already and start reflecting on your behavior. If you can keep quiet in there all day and apologize to me when I get home, I might just forgive you and let you out. But remember that if you try and escape or do anything stupid like contact my parents, I'll divorce you quicker than you can say good for nothing wife. I hid your purse and your bank card, so you needn't bother trying to get out.
Oh my God, you're evil.
What a shame. You should get comfortable because it looks like you're going to be spending a long, long time in that cupboard. Although something tells me you'll be begging me to let you out soon enough. It just said on the weather report that it is 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. Looks like you're in for a rough day in that cupboard. How's it going, Polly? You ready to apologize to me yet? You must be getting real sick of living in that cupboard by now. You really are a pitiful disgrace of a man. Hey, don't speak to me like that. I was willing to let you out if you apologized to me, but I just changed my mind. You have no intention of apologizing to me, do you? There's nothing to apologize for. I see. So you're still intent on disobeying me, are you? I'm the only reason there's food on the table and a roof over your head, you shameless parasite. If you don't want our daughter to starve, then shut up and do what you're damn well told. Are we clear now? This is your last chance. Apologize right now. Swear you'll never disobey me again and acknowledge me as your lord and master, and I might just forgive you. You're surprisingly arrogant for someone so broke. Huh? Me? Broke? What the heck is your problem, bitch? Are you trying to piss me off? It's been a while, Darren. It's Polly's Uncle Ian. Huh? Uncle Ian? Stop screwing me around, Polly. I ain't laughing. You told me your Uncle Ian lived abroad. Did all that time in the cupboard make you go crazy or something? I'm back in the States now. I come over and let Polly and Lila out of the cupboard as soon as I heard what was going on. How dare you turn my niece and daughter into prisoners in their own home? You despicable sack of shit. Oh man, is this really Polly's Uncle Ian? You better believe it. Shall we do a video call? It's fine, we don't have to do that. Polly's feeding Lila right now, so me and you are going to have a little chat. Now listen to me and listen well, Darren. You will be taking responsibility for the horrendous way you've been treating your wife and daughter, won't you? Ian, please hear me out. You need to know that I'm not the only one in the wrong here. Polly's supposed to be a stay-at-home housewife, but she never does any housework. In spite of that, she's constantly giving me a hard time for something or other. Polly's been looking after Lila all by herself ever since the birth. Do you have any idea how hard that is? Please, I could raise a kid with one hand. It's hardly a big deal. Wow. You genuinely have no idea, do you? I can tell you have no experience with children. Oh, and I almost forgot. How is your boss doing? It's been ages since me and Larry last spoke. Larry? You know my boss? Yes. Well, he's doing fine, I guess, but why would you ask me that? I see, I'm glad to hear it. It's about time me and him had a catch-up. I think I'll pay him a visit. What? This will be news to you, but me and Larry go way back. We've known each other since preschool, became best friends in high school, and were drinking buddies in college. Are you joking? You wish. Listen, Ian, I get that you might have been tight back then, but he's a busy guy these days. And he's super difficult to get a hold of. It's probably for the best you don't bother him. He has a lot on his plate with work right now. Polly told me that you don't have a job. Is this true? Surely you're not going to be able to afford to live in the States after being abroad for so long. The cost of living is going through the roof these days, not to mention inflation. Honestly, I think you should probably just leave again. I hate to tell you, but America has changed. It's not the country it was when you left. Truthfully, this is the last place a retired expat like you should be living. You're sadly mistaken. Me and Larry used to meet all the time back when I was working. Who do you think it was who helped him set up the company you're lucky enough to work for all these decades ago? Me. What? I've set up and managed over 15 companies throughout my life. That's why I retired early and moved to Thailand. Oh, really? I had no idea. Polly never told me anything about any of this. Why would she? What relevance does it have to anything? But really, don't you think it's a little crass to be bragging about being the breadwinner? Having a job doesn't make you special. Oh, Larry just got back to me. Looks like he's free after all. I'll make sure to tell him all about you. No, please, wait. You don't have to do this. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna be in trouble if you do. Trouble? How so? Listen, Ian, I think you're making a big misunderstanding here. You see, the thing between me and Polly was just a lover tip. It wasn't anything serious, just like a minor squabble, you know? I really don't think there's any need to tell my boss about it. I haven't said anything about what I'm gonna tell him. Why are you so worried? Ian, please don't mention me to Larry. Surely you two got all sorts of things to discuss if you two go back as far as you say. Think about it. Talking about me would be nothing but a waste of both of your time. I'm begging you. Why would you beg me? Seems to me like you know full well this was no petty squabble. You're fully aware of how horribly you've been treating Polly and Lila, and you're desperately afraid of facing the consequences. Look, I'll apologize. I'll do anything, but please don't tell Larry. Please, anything but that. Don't make me laugh. You must be living on another planet if you think this is something that goes away with a mere apology. How could you lock your wife and newborn baby in a storage cupboard? What's worse, we're in the middle of a heat wave. You may as well have put them in the oven, you despicable, heartless dipshit. Larry isn't the only one who'll be finding out about what you did. I'll be accompanying Polly to the police station later today. I suggest you prepare yourself for the hell that's about to be unleashed upon you. Ian, no. Please, can we just slow down and talk this over like mature adults? This is so unnecessary. I'll apologize to Polly, I swear. I'll do whatever it takes to earn her forgiveness. Please, just don't tell my boss or the cops. There's really no need to do anything that dramatic.
Hey, Darren. I just got my phone back from my Uncle Ian.
Polly?
Yep.
I'm so sorry, baby. Things haven't been going well for me at work lately. I think there's a chance I might have been treating you a little unfairly.
So? Does that mean it's acceptable to lock me and your newborn baby daughter in a cupboard all day? You did whatever the hell you wanted to me because my parents are dead and you thought I lived too far away from any of my relatives for anyone to help me, didn't you? You thought I'd just shut up and accept whatever you did to me, that I'd have no one to turn to ask for help. What you did to me wasn't just abuse. It was calculated abuse of the most sick, twisted kind.
Polly, no, it wasn't like that. It was my parents' fault. My mom and dad have been complaining at me something chronic ever since you gave birth to Lila. Then to add insult to injury, things at work started getting crazy hectic right around the same time. So, I was so stressed you wouldn't believe.
Which means it's acceptable to take it out on me and your daughter, does it? I fail to see the connection. And please, this goes way beyond being stressed. You locked us in the frickin' cupboard. There is no justification for what you did, and I'll never forgive you for as long as I live.
I know, babe, you're right. I just want you to understand why I did it. To be honest, what triggered it was coming home from work to find you asleep. I thought, why the hell am I out busting my balls at the office 40 hours a week if she's just lazing around and sleeping at home?
I understand that you've had a lot on your plate lately, but you can't seriously think you're the only one. I just gave birth, Darren. I'm busier than I have ever been, but physically, I've never felt weaker. I can't believe you treat me this way at all, let alone while I'm recovering from childbirth. Is it any wonder I fall asleep during the day? I'm lucky if I get even an hour's rest during the night with how often Lila's up crying. I am at my physical and emotional limit, and you just made everything a million times worse. The reason I wanted us to talk before was because I needed to tell you I couldn't go on with things as they were. But you wouldn't even give me the time of day. You just told me to shut my mouth and stop defying you because you are the breadwinner.
I'm so sorry. I've been an idiot, a fool, a moron.
I want a divorce.
Excuse me?
You're the one who said you'd divorce me if I left the cupboard without your permission. Well, that's fine by me.
Polly, please, I'm apologizing here.
My Uncle Ian already told you this. But what you did to me doesn't go away with an apology. I can't stay with someone who's capable of that.
I didn't mean it, baby. All that stuff I said about divorce, I didn't mean any of it for real.
The fact that you'd threaten me with something like that makes you even more despicable. I want a divorce 5 minutes ago. I'll be happy if I never see your face again.
If I go along with the divorce, would you promise not to tell my boss or go to the cops about any of this? My life will be over. Please, I'm begging you. I know I screwed up. Do you want me to get on my knees? Is that it? Because I'll do it. I swear I will. I'll kiss your feet.
Pathetic, as usual. You're only worried about saving your own skin. A slimy rat right to the bitter end. I can't tell you how relieved I am that Lila won't have to grow up in the presence of a miserable dirtbag like you.
Please, Polly. Just think about this logically for a minute. If you tell my boss about what happened and I lose my job, how am I supposed to pay you child support? Don't you want my money? Because I sure as hell can't give you any without a job.
I never mentioned this to you, but I inherited a lot of money from my parents. Uncle Ian said he'd be there to support me too. I have more than enough money to raise Lila all on my own. I'll be happy just to get you out of our lives once and for all. Even better, my financial situation means there is nothing stopping me from completely destroying your life.
No, Polly, please, I'm begging you. You're gonna destroy my life? Seriously? Please stop talking like that. I already agreed to divorce you, damn it. What more do you want? I'm gonna lose everything at this rate.
And so you should. I'll never forgive you for using me as a verbal and emotional punching bag to vent your stress on after I gave birth to your daughter. And locking us in the cupboard in the middle of a heat wave? Don't even get me started, you loathsome scumbag. Mark my words, you will take full responsibility for your actions. I don't need you to put food on the table for me anymore. With that, my Uncle Ian went out to meet Larry, Darren's boss, at a local restaurant where he told him all about his reprehensible treatment of me and his daughter. After that, we paid a visit to the police station. The cops didn't pursue criminal charges owing to the fact that I had my phone with me in the cupboard and was able to call for help and get out more or less immediately. But I received a call from the sergeant telling me they'd be keeping a record of what he did on their system forever. Needless to say, we were swiftly divorced. And Darren lost his job after receiving the dressing down of a lifetime from a livid Larry. When I say lost his job, I mean Larry forced him to voluntarily resign under threat of making his life at the office hell, due to the fact that he couldn't legally fire him for his misdeeds at home. Larry, showing incredible mercy and generosity, agreed to give Darren a severance package in spite of what his wayward employee had done, of which I received every last cent in the form of child support. Darren, who had lost everything, begged me countless times to take him back and give him another chance. But I wouldn't take that domineering, abusive lowlife back if you paid me all the money on earth. He burst into tears, claiming he did it because he was lonely and felt like I was neglecting him because I spent all my time looking after our newborn daughter. But that's no justification for what he did. If anything, the fact he kept trying to make excuses just made me more disgusted with him. Unless Lila tells me she wants to meet her dad one day, they'll probably never see each other again. Not long after the events of today's tale, me and Lila moved to Kansas, where I found a trendy new apartment to live in. Uncle Ian very kindly stayed with us for a while to help lighten the burden of looking after her. 6 months later, he finally moved back to his villa in Thailand. But we're still in regular contact, and he's always there when I need someone to talk to. You'll never guess what. The other day, he asked me if I'd like to bring Lila and live in Thailand with him. Decisions. To be honest, my hands are too full with raising the little one to consider something as major as moving to a new country right now. But once things settle down a little, I'm gonna give the idea some serious consideration. A life surrounded by sun, sand, and palm trees could never be a bad thing. While always thinking of mine and the fast-growing Lila's future, and how to give her the best chances of success in life, I intend to shower her with love, affection, and care so she never forgets what a special little lady she is.